Hi, I'm Clifton Warren, and welcome to the Top Producer Podcast. Just follow the recipe. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I love to cook. I like finding new recipes and just experimenting. But you know what? When I do find a recipe, I follow it initially step by step in the specific order that it's given. You see, a chef has taken the time to experiment with this recipe already. They've burnt out the kitchen. Whatever they have, disasters happen, and they've laid out a step-by-step process for me to follow. And I know if I follow that, I'll achieve a specific result. Now I can still adjust the recipe to suit my taste and palate, and with seasoning and so forth. But at the end of the day, the cake or the pie or whatever I'm making is going to look like the one that's in the photo of the cookbook. Similarly in sales, I see people out there trying to find new ways of doing stuff. Sales hasn't really changed at all. You just need to follow a recipe, the sequence. And when you think about the sales process, there's three distinct parts to it. Number one, it's about establishing rapport. That's when you build relationships and trust. Step two is identifying problems, understanding a prospect's needs, their pain points, using questions and being able to listen actively. And number three, it's presenting solutions, clearly communicating the benefits of your offering, handling objections, concerns, and being able to close confidently. Now, guess what? There are recipes for each of those areas. There's recipes on how to build trust. There's recipes on how to identify problems. There's recipes on how to use questions. All you have to do is find them and implement them. Now, when you use a recipe in your business, in your sales process, in your career, you're going to gain 5 key advantages. Number one, you're going to gain consistency because there's detailed guidance on how to follow consistent results. Number two, you become very efficient. You have a streamlined process that's going to save you time, reducing guesswork. Many of you have multiple jobs to do. Business development is not your full-time job. You have client needs to take care of and other administration stuff to do. So when you sit down to market, you want to make sure you can do it as efficiently as possible. And a recipe allows you to do that. Number three, you're going to be learning. You're going to be learning new techniques, skills, and knowledge to enhance your results. But more importantly, and you can share these with others. One of the best ways to learn a new skill is to teach it. So when you grab the recipe, you can then teach it and show others how to do it. Number four, being able to experiment. When you constantly experiment with a recipe, with slight variations to it, you have something that becomes uniquely you. For example, I work with a lot of professionals now. We might be working on something, a proven technique, but because of their situation, their location, their personality, their style, whatever, we need to make slightly adjustments to it. But guess what? We have something that works really well for them. Still following the basic recipe, but they've suited for their own taste. And finally, stress reduction. When you follow the recipe, follow proven techniques and strategies, you're reducing your stress and anxiety. You have a clear path to follow. So when you sit down to market, there's no guesswork involved. So where do you find these recipes? You find them in books. You find them in courses. You find them in workshops. You find them by listening to podcasts like this and just paying attention and being aware. They're all around you. You want to become a recipe collector for your business, for your career. And when you can take these recipes, these proven tactics and strategies, learn the variations to make them uniquely you, you're on the road to having a brilliant career and a great lifestyle. I'm Clifton Warren. Thanks for listening.